Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. What's going on, guys? Oops, sorry. Had the noise canceling on. Strategic back again. What's going on, guys? Let's try it all over again. I hope you guys had a great day so far. It's a late night show. We usually don't do shows this late. Sometimes we have to because it's the only time we're available. But I'm driving home from work, and I got messages from Aki and from other folks, my moms, everybody. It's like, oh my God, Strategic, you got to cover this story. This story is so important for all the mothers and the daughters out there. And I said to myself, well, what is the deal with this story? So I go ahead, I look into it, kind of check it out, read it out a little bit. And the story is about a mother who outs her ex on Facebook, as so many people do. You know, they live on the interwebs. They put all their business out there. And she shares text messages where it appears, it doesn't even appear, it sounds like this ex-boyfriend is attempting to groom this juvie. Now, I'm going to read out these text messages for you. The problem is that, before I say it, we were looking at it like, okay, the response that the juvie gave to the messages that this adult 40-something-year-old man is sending was excellent in terms of, not allowing the person to, to manipulate them, etc. Just saying, hey, you're too old. You're much older than me. This is not right. Whatever. Good stuff. I wanted to use it as an example of what to do when confronted by a chomo, right? Like what is the reaction we want to see? What should we teach our daughters, our sons, our children on how to defend themselves against this type of attack? Because really it's an assault to me, right? When you have somebody, of age who's trying to take advantage of a youngster. But the more I started reading into this, like right before this live, like started doing a deep dive into Facebook, I'm starting to believe that there's a possibility that this might have been concocted. I'm not saying it is concocted. I'm saying there's a possibility. So I need to be fair to both sides, right? So I want to go ahead and read all the information that we have, because it could be true, it could not be true. But what's troubling for me is that I have no indication that this mother has gone to police. And if you've got this type of information and you're not going to police, something is wrong with you. That burden now shifts from this bad guy, from this chomo, to you as the parent, because you're sitting on evidence that could possibly get this person criminally charged, prosecuted, sent to jail, identified as a chomo, the whole nine, which is what we need as a society. We need to know who this person is. What are their proclivities, so that we can set boundaries, we can set restrictions, and at least attempt to make sure that they never do this again. But it just appears that this is just for Facebook and for his family members. And so that's when I start questioning the authenticity of this story. So I want to go ahead and bring in, what is our first example? We're like over here, like we're in court right now, like Exhibit 1. All right. So what we'll do is we'll bring this one over. There's multiple articles. I don't even know which article to share first. They're all so interesting. But all right, we'll share this one first. We'll just go through them all, to be honest with you. And then we'll get to the Facebook and we'll start reading why I'm starting to feel like, I'm not feeling this one. This one's not sitting right with my spirit. Maybe this person is playing games, or, it's the usual people who are mentally ill and they find themselves in adult situations that they're not mentally prepared for, and then they do irrational things when their heart is broken. It could be any one of those things. But guys, please hit that like button, support the channel, hit the like button. I know it's a late night live, but we got to get through this. We got to get through this. All right, so let's bring this up here. All right, I'm gonna go make a minor adjustment to my screen so that I can not be in the way too much. Let's move me over to the side over here. Perfect. Much better, right, guys? Much better. All right. So this one says, betrayal as woman's boyfriend moves to juvie daughter behind her back. Now, I found out the name of this guy. I'm going to try not to say his name because I'm not sure that this guy is guilty of anything. And I'm comfortable showing his face because I'm going to be fair to him. I'm not going to be like most people who are like catching on to the story right now and they're automatically in attack mode against this guy. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced yet that he really is the person that this woman is making him out to be. And you guys know I have no love for the abusers, man. All we do on this channel is eviscerate the abusers, but we have to be fair. We have to be fair, and we're not just going after people just to go after them. We go after them when we have proof, all right? Somebody says, Oasis King is in the building, says, I did a little digging, and this story is not adding up at all. So me just looking at this, literally, guys, for 5 minutes before going live, because I'm on a time limit because I'm tired and I worked all day and I got to go back to work tomorrow and do it all over again. So I'm on a time limit. Me looking at this for 5 minutes already has me asking questions. I can only imagine what some of you folks who actually put a whole lot more than 5 minutes into your research. I'm kind of curious as to what your questions are. But anyway, let's keep going. All right. An American mother identified as Tierra Christy has expressed profound disappointment after her boyfriend of 5 years made moves on her juvie. According to Christy, via her verified page on Monday, by the way, anybody could be verified, but let's keep going. They had dated for 5 years, with her daughter being only 5. Boom. I'm trying not to say certain things for YouTube. Being only very young when they started dating. Sharing the screenshots she wrote. Actually, let me make this a little bit bigger. I'm sorry. I can't read it. You guys know I'm getting old. Sharing the screenshots she wrote. Mind you, she's sharing screenshots with us. That's the first red flag. First red flag is, why are you bringing this to Facebook? Why are you not bringing this to New Jersey State Troopers or whatever town, city, village you live in? Hamlet, whatever town with the police name connected to that town. Why are you not bringing it to them? Why are you bringing that to us? What do we need to see this? We don't need to see this. We need to see the outcome. We need to see the news story after he has been arrested, unless, of course, you're not bringing it to those dudes because you could possibly be charged with making this up. This is just what circulates in the back of my head when I see somebody bringing stuff like this to the internet rather than to the proper authorities. Let's keep going. It disgusts me that she came to me crying about how he doesn't talk to her like she's a kid anymore. He's been trying to get her to be an adult and do X things with her because she is older now. This is kind of weird because the way that these text messages we're going to read out sounds like a bona fide, can't help themselves like a Stephen Stearns chomo. And this is my professional opinion. My experience tells me, let's just say that. Strike the last thing. My experience tells me, from being in this business of doing sex crimes investigations for a very long time, these guys can't help themselves. When I was in the prison system, I interviewed thousands of ex-offenders, thousands of chomos of the worst order, some of the most prolific, famous, if you want to say that, like infamously famous people that you've read about. I interviewed these people. I had dealings with these people on a daily basis. I know how these folks think from studying them for years. And then I hit the streets and I start doing the investigations on the streets as a police officer and a detective. And same thing. These guys can't help themselves. He's not going to start engaging in this type of behavior simply because they broke up now. He's no longer with the lady anymore. It's not going to happen. He would have been starting this while he was still with the mother, still having access to the juvie. This wouldn't have started afterwards. This would have started while they were still in a relationship. But anyway, let's keep going. This type of betrayal from him, I will never understand or forgive, and the disgusting family that stands by him and calls my juvie a liar can all go to hell with him. Y'all can all get hands and feet about my juvie. Hands and feet, man. There's a lot of ignorance in the way that she's writing this. At the end of the day, he violated the juvie, who literally just turned a very low number, finally double digits, in February. She trusted him and loved him. I will never understand how anybody can be a mother and not believe they child. I believe my baby, no matter what IDGAF, you guys know what that stands for, how nobody feel. You really can't trust nobody around your juvies, and it's sad and scary AF. Like, who talks to a juvie they claim to love like this? I'm disgusted. That's what she said. Now let's read the statement that she wrote on Facebook. This is a real person, by the way. So we're not dealing with like this made up, sometimes like the people make up these scenarios for clicks and views. No, this is a real person who just may not be telling us the truth, but we're going to try and figure it out and find out. Please hit that like button, support the channel, guys. Tierra Christy, I was with this ninja for 5 years, and he been around my juvie since she was very young. I can't believe that he would all of a sudden take very bad interest in my juvie. It disgusts me that she came to me crying about how he doesn't talk to her like she's a kid anymore. He's been trying to get her to be an adult and do X things with her because she is older now. This type of betrayal from him, I will never understand or forgive, and the disgusting A family that stands by him and calls my child a liar can all go to hell, and y'all can get hands and feet about my juvie. At the end of the day, he violated a juvie who literally turns 1 + 0 last month in February. She trusted him and loved him. I will never understand how anybody can be a mother and not believe their juvie. I believe my baby, no matter what IDGAF, how nobody feel. You can't really trust nobody around your juvies. It's sad and scary AF. Like, who talks to a juvie they claim to love like this? I'm disgusted. Okay, let's go to some of these messages now. Let's read this. Okay, the first part is, it says, love you more, pig. I cut off. Let me get a little drink here. It says, I love you more. And it says, you want me to lay in there with you or are you fine? I believe this is a juvie. Says, I'm fine. The perp or the dude, we'll say dude because we don't know if he's a perp, says, okay, I'm just bored. I hate when mommy go to work. I on B having nothing to do at all. Now, this is interesting because whoever's writing this is definitely trying to write like they're on the same level as the supposed juvie. This may not be a juvie. This might just be one person who's having a conversation with themselves. This is totally and wholly possible, okay? But let's keep going. What you doing? Question mark. Watching TikTok, looking for things to do. Like fun stuff? Yeah. Did you ever get head before? Why? I'm not sure if that's something that a 10-year-old would respond with. Would a 10-year-old even know what head is? And the person says, just asking. Let's keep going. No, I don't want to because that will make me feel uncomfortable and I'm only 10 years old. I'm not fully an adult. So no, this sounds like an adult that's writing this. I'm not going to lie to you. This statement right here definitely comes off as an adult that's writing it. Then now let's go down to the second message. It's not going to make you feel uncomfortable. You're going to be, I want to look for similarities in this text, but let's keep going. You're going to be doing it soon, but okay, leave you alone and just let mommy know you be watching nasty stuff. So it's kind of like the threatening. If you don't do this, I'm going to tell. It's classic ped behavior. Interesting. Juvie responds, but I don't watch that stuff anymore and anymore. So why would that juvie be watching that kind of stuff in the first place? That's negligence right there from the parents, but let's keep going. And I don't like that stuff. It's nasty. Be watching nasty stuff, but I don't watch that stuff. But I don't like that stuff. It's nasty. And I just, the funny using nasty, both of them using the word nasty. Very interesting. And I just want to chill. I'm actually looking to see if there's similar writing because I'm just not convinced so far, to be honest with you. just off the first few lines, it looks like an adult is watching it. So I'm in investigative mode. Like, I'm not even in shock and awe mode no more, because I don't think that a juvenile is involved in this conversation. I'm being honest with you. I feel like somebody brought up Naziah Harris saying Aki said the name. Says in Naziah Harris' text, the message, you can tell her language was like a child. That's a fact. And she was even older than this Juvy is alleged to be. You could tell those two different people having a conversation, and you could tell the difference in the maturity, even though Jarvis Butts was trying to dumb down the way he was speaking to be on her level. He still could not help it. This looks like two adults talking, two uneducated adults who's trying to pretend like they're young. But let's keep going. And that's kind of like in line with the people who are part of this world anyway. That's how they write, that they don't have a high level of education. You can tell. I'm not trying to disrespect them, but it is what it is. Spade is a spade. Let's not, we got to get out that mode where we're afraid of hurting people's feelings just by naming facts. Mommy, from the messages we've seen so far, does not sound like a very educated person. And these messages sound in line with the way that she speaks. But let's keep going. So let's keep going. I just want to chill. I don't want to do stuff like that because it makes me feel weird and uncomfortable. I don't know. It's talking like this stuff has happened before, and they're now going off of the memory of what happened to say I don't like that now. But I don't know. I'm thinking too deep into it. We only got one life to live. Lay, just try it. If you don't like it, I'll leave you alone. Deal. No, I don't want to. Please stop asking me. Just ask mommy. She is an adult. You can ask mommy when that cuts off. Let's see if we pick it up. All right, that's that. Let's go to the next article. I think this one gives even more messages and context than the one we just read. So this is the guy that's alleged. Good thing they blurred those juvies out. The articles are pretty much the same. So this is interesting. It says the post has garnered attention online, with many calling the man a ped who should be locked up. However, there are some people who disagree, accusing the mother of lying and trying to ruin a young man's life. I don't know what camp I'm in yet, but I'm just not too sold on what we have so far. Please hit that like button, guys. We're trying to be objective. We're trying to be fair. Show some love to the channel as we navigate this story. Here we go. Let's get back to, well, that's not working. Let's zoom in. Okay. Let's see what we got. We read that one already. Will they give? Okay, here we go. This is the rest. Just ask mommy, she's an adult. You can ask mommy when she come back, but not me. That's not appropriate. You're actually making me scared. Now, this is what made me say, you know what? This would be a great story to cover. I wanted to cover the story simply for this conversation. The way that this supposed juvie handled themselves in the conversation, rebuffed the person, and put a stop to it. But as I dig a little bit deeper, I don't know if I believe that this is actually the conversation that happened. Let's keep going. And like, appropriate. Somebody just pointed that out. Bethany K inside of the chat. Kids don't talk like that. It seems like the alleged juvie is talking with better grammar than the adult. But let's keep going. You don't have to be scared of me, Lay. I won't do anything to you without your permission. You said leave you alone, I will leave you alone. Just delete the messages. Okay. Sorry for bothering you. About to just watch porn. What? Nah. Whoever's writing this is doing too much. No way on this earth is this dude going to be dumb enough to put this stuff in writing the way he's just put this stuff in writing. He's asking to go to jail. This look like a setup. This definitely does not look good. I don't know. Let's go to the next exhibit we have here. Let's go to her actual Facebook page. So this is the Facebook page. That's her right there. Let's get a zoom in on her. She's a mommy. She's showing all the cleavage, but it is what it is. Maybe I'm just old school. And I'm still stuck in the old times. I don't know. Just, got a little baby. You should start being a little bit modest, but I could be wrong. And people in chat be like, come on, strategic. Come on, it's 2025. Don't be sounding like grandpa, strategic. I get it. All right, so now let's see what we got. I want to see what we got here. So here's a message right here where this Vanessa person says, yo, it's kind of weird that the mom hasn't responded to people and I think she got cut off, but I think she wanted to say, she said, we to cops, but I think what she's trying to say, if she went to the cops. And that's big. You got these text messages. Did you go to the police? Oh, she from Newark. That's a problem. It's gangsta over there, man. But I don't know. It doesn't look like she went to the cops. This Zay person says, why did they wait this long to call him out? The messages are from February 19th. We are in March. So it appears that she went to his family. She went to the family and the internet. Let me see if I pull up. Here we go. This one right here I want to read. This is the one. So that's the Facebook, but let's jump into this one right here. So this one, 4,000 people talking about this girl. Let me zoom this in. This person is kind of like, this fused person is kind of like, I believe Tierra Christy at first until I read these messages and something in my spirit saying that she set this up. You more concerned about him calling his mama and other people finding out. It just doesn't make sense to me. So now let's go ahead and read these messages. All right, so it says, let me zoom in a little bit. I guess I can't make it no bigger. Everything but the picture gets big. Oh, so here we go. Use the technology, strategic. Use the technology. Here we go. You need to leave. You can't be here when she gets out. What the F did I do? It's not me. I'm going to call my mom. Okay, wait for her. I'm going to leave your house. I'm just waiting for my mom to pull up. This is really crazy. I can't believe you think I would stoop that low. So you calling my daughter a liar. I'm not calling her a liar. What I'm saying to you is I didn't write those messages. So I'm supposed to put a man before my kid. What kind of person you think I am? My phone is connected to 2 items. Isaiah's tablet. I gave her an old phone I don't have anymore because it's broke. Let's look at the way he writes too. Because we could kind of like match that up with the messages that was sent. I don't F around with this itch like that. Who else would know I'm going to work in the morning? Let's see the next one. Who else would text like that N-word? You curse me out enough for me to know how you talk. I'm not leaving my daughter hanging until the ish is solved. I'm not having no school look at me crazy. That means she's not going to report it. I know you know how I talk on Jameer Ashes. I would never write no ish like that to a child. Even when people talk like that on somebody's ashes, on somebody's dead body, on their mama, on their daddy. The English language is so beautiful and complex. There's so many different ways you can express yourself than the way some of these folks choose to express themselves. But anyway, let's keep going. Jalil, you complain about being bored all the time. That's exactly what you said in the text. And the crazy thing is you hurt her feelings with all that ish you said about never wanting kids. Then I see all these messages. Like nothing you saying is making ish make sense. I don't even understand what kind of conversation they're having here. Like, if you have these messages, just call 911. What are you having this conversation talking about not wanting to have kids and all this stuff? Like, what is happening here? Let's see what we get. Beth says, okay, somebody already handled that, Beth. Beth says, looks like it's mom writing, but believe me, through personal experience with something, they're effing dumb enough to. All right, let's keep going. That makes sense. Just true. It could happen. It could be real, but let's keep going. I understand I wouldn't want anybody looking at you any type of way, but I didn't write those messages. I'm not mad at you right now, just hurt. You would think I would write that. I don't know what to do or how to feel right now. I'm hurt beyond words. This is happening to me right now. All right, let's keep going. You really want me to ask her some ish like that after what the F I read? Yes, because I never did anything to Lay. I never even came off to her that way. I never laid in her bed. I never text her in that way. And I never looked at her like that. I always tell her to put clothes on. Then she responds to, you really want me to ask that? Oh, he responds to it. He says, please ask her because I would never do no ish like that. Somebody had to have my phone. Ain't no way I'm talking to a little kid that way. Ain't no effing insane. I'm not effing pedo. Who the F was it then? Cause we on Mir ASS to y'all, the only two N words who be in the house. Nobody in the house know my passcode. If ever did some ish like that, Lay, and then it cuts off. Let's see if we get it at the top. We did get it, so let's pick it up. Lay ain't been telling you she been with you alone plenty of times. So in this message, he says, well, she's been with you alone. Why didn't she tell you that this is happening? All right, let's keep going. You acting like I ain't have a whole DYFS case. So she already been involved with children and families. I could lose my child. I wonder why she could lose a child. Like, what did she do that had the Department of Youth Family Services involved with her family? Let's keep going. You really don't believe anything I'm saying, and it's crazy. Everybody in this house know my passwords to every have. You act like I wasn't with you through it. Why would they be reading y'all messages? Like, why would I risk my freedom like this? Why would I destroy my name? You really hurt me with this one. I thought you loved me. You really got me down for some ish. Like, this is T killing me inside. Interesting. I left out your house. I'm sitting in the hallway. This ish is unbelievable. He waiting for his mama. He trying to get out of there. Let's keep going. Why would they be reading y'all messages? Okay. No. I think we got this. I think we read this already. He said, I left out your house in the hallway. This is unbelievable. And you saying the school seen it? You took a picture of that phone. Why would the school contact you about this? Your freedom? The cop did I call? What cop did I call? So she didn't call the cops yet, ladies and gentlemen. She did not call the cops yet, did she? So she did not even report this. All those horrible texts that we read that she's attributing to this ex-boyfriend or off and on again boyfriend, whatever status he may be, she did not report this to the cops. So says her in this message here. Let's keep going. What cop did I call? I came here peacefully. I was in tears before I got here. She came here peacefully for the man that she's accusing of trying to groom her juvie for being a chomo. Let's keep going. I'm going to do what I asked me to do and pack. I'm going to do what I asked me to do. I guess he meant to say what you asked me to do and pack my stuff and leave your house because you don't believe me. It's crazy all you thinking about is yourself. No, honey, you think about yourself. Because you thinking about your relationship with this man. That's why you did not report this to the police. Let's keep going. No, I'm not hurting. He said, no, I'm not. I'm hurting. I don't know what to do. Let's keep going. Is there any more? There we go. Let's go on. Then she says, F my juvie, right? Then she corrects herself. It's always F us. You told me to go. You called your family, but you ain't do nothing. Cool? I didn't do anything. I've been nothing but loving and caring to both of y'all. You better hope I don't call the cops since you want to take it there. So because he's leaving, now she's saying, I'll call the cops because you want to go. She's mad that he wants to leave. So she's coming on Facebook trying to pretend to be mother of the year, but she's clearly mad that he wants to leave. The fact that he called his mother and said, yo, Ma, come get me because this girl is saying that I wrote some crazy messages to her daughter. She's mad, more mad that he called the mother and is packing his stuff up and leaving. And because of that, she's saying, you better hope I don't call the cops because of this. Wow. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you got to take your time with these cases. You can't just jump in head first. Believe me, I made that mistake before. Something sound good. You want to be the first. You jump head in. But nobody told you that that pool ain't have no water in it. You were so excited. Springtime, it's the end of spring, first week of summer. You saw the pool, but you didn't really see the pool. You saw what you wanted to see. When you jump head in, there was no water in there. You got to take your time, man, with these stories because people are just capable of the weirdest things. Now, I still don't know if this is real or not, but I know that the mother's, her headspace is not where it needs to be. I know that for a fact. This could very well be real. It could very well been the mother writing messages to herself. Could have been the boyfriend writing messages to the juvie. Could have been the mother pretending to be the juvie, pretending to be the boyfriend writing messages to the juvie. Could have been another dude because apparently there was another guy that was in there, probably related or not to one of them. He could have wrote it. There's so many different variations. We don't know, but what we do know is that mommy did not call the police. And it seems like she wants to threaten him that because he's leaving, because he told his mama what happened, what the allegations are, because of that, she's like, well, I might just call the police because you want to leave and you want to call your mother. Let's keep going. You called your family, but you ain't do nothing? Cool. I didn't do anything. I've been nothing but loving and caring to both of y'all. You better hope I don't call the cops since you want to take it there. That's a threat. I called them because you calling me. Let's see what we get the next one. I called them because you calling me a peed. I don't know to do this. Never happened to me before. I don't know what to do. I guess he's saying this has never happened before. Have your whole family come? I promise you, everybody gonna regret it. So she's saying if your family come over here, y'all all gonna regret it. What are you talking about? This is my name on the line right now. Now everybody calling me, I got something for you since you want to take it there. So she's mad because his family is reaching out to her like, yo, what's going on? What else is his family supposed to do? And so now she's like, well, since you got your family, call me. She ain't saying nothing about them threatening her, nothing about them threatening the child. I get that. If she said, yo, your family's threatening to kill me, beat me up, hurt me, hurt my child, something like, I get that. That makes sense. I would understand her being mad, her saying, I'm going to call the cops, I'm going to expose you on Facebook. I get that, but she's not saying that. She's not saying that. So to me, they're calling concerned. What's going on? What are you saying? My son did? What happened? What you said my brother did? What you said my cousin did? What? My uncle did? And she said, you got your family calling me. Well, you're going to regret it now. He said, you think I really do some ish like this? Is driving me insane. She said, since you want to involve everyone, I'm going to do the same. So what are you saying, sister? Are you saying that if he'd have just kept it in the house, that you'd have kept it in the house too? And you would allow this potential alleged chomo to continue to be around your daughter? Is that what you're saying, sister? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It doesn't sound like to me that you intended to tell the police what you found on that phone. What do you think, chat? Am I overreacting? Let's keep going. this person over here in the comments, Zari Foster, she agrees with my assessment. She says, now, why is she acting like she don't want him to leave or call the cops, but he's supposed to be trying to mess with her juvie? Something not adding up with her post now. Let's keep going. She says, all you had to do was leave. So she just said, all he had to do was go. You didn't have, she just wanted him to leave. She didn't want him to tell nobody what she was alleging against him. She said, all you had to do was leave. Let's keep going. Bro, what am I leaving for? You got Tati involved and Taylor. What you mean? Now y'all all dead to me, she says. He says, you really trying to destroy me, and I don't even do ish to you. What's this ion thing? So use that kind of terminology. What that means? I didn't. Somebody put ion equals whatever, because I don't know. I can't figure it out. Anyway, let's keep going. You really on some bull crap right now. Out of all the people in this world, you question me about some bull crap. YK Ion do. You know, I guess I won't do. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, there we go. Somebody says I don't know is equal Ion. All right. She then says, now you dead to me, and I called the cops. Okay, she says she called the cops. So you might as well come outside. This how you want Ish to get. Let's have it. So she said she called the cops, but then I read other messages that there's no proof that she did. But clearly from her calling the cops was retaliation for everything but the danger of that her daughter was potentially put into. So let's keep going. All right. Now he kind of like, now he's guilt tripping. Let's see what he says. It says, who gonna be there for you when you F up, sick, going through it, etc. You really about to kick me out your life, and I been doing nothing but taking care of you and your daughter, and you hit me with this? She says, don't text me no more. I'm waiting on your mother and sister. It's nothing you can say to me after today. Might as well come outside. I don't do nothing to, why are you making this like this? She says, you shouldn't have called nobody if you didn't do anything. That don't make no sense to me. That makes sense to you guys? Because like if somebody accused me of something, I'm calling my mama too. I'm 40 years old and I'm not a mama's boy. But I'm calling mama. This lady said I did this. I'm the professional. I'm a sex crimes detective. I'm still asking her for some advice. Like, yo, mom, what do you think about this? Because this lady saying I did this and I ain't do nothing. I'm calling her first. So what did she expect? You just told him that he was trying to do the worst to a juvie. And you mad that he called his mama. Guilty or innocent, he should have called his mother. That's what he should do. Guilty or innocent, he should call his mother. That's what mothers are there for. But she's mad about that. She said if he had just left without saying anything, not calling anybody, it wouldn't have been an issue. That's basically what she's telling us. Doesn't that sound fishy to you guys? Doesn't that sound kind of weird? You should just pack your stuff up and go. I would have never said nothing. That's basically what she's saying there. But because you involved your mother and your sister, now it's warfare. Now I'm calling the cops. Now I'm doing all these things. I'm pissed off. It's really weird. Anyway, let's keep going. You called the whole family, and now they blowing up my phone when all I asked you to do was leave so I can figure this ish out. But you choose to make shit this way. I didn't call nobody, he says. I called my mom and told her to come get me. I can't stay here no more. And she said, why? And I told her that was it. You a liar, she said. She said, you lie. Let's keep going. I'm like getting into this drama, man, because I'm not believing it. So this is like the soap operas for me right now, because I'm not feeling it. So if somebody say like, what strategic, why are you being funny with this? I'm not feeling it. It is what it is. So she says, I'm not mad at you, Lainey. I'm just disappointed. Now let's zoom in so we can see if we can read this. I gotta get close on this one. I can't see that. So let's be for real. If you don't know, Ish, mind your business. I'm not cursing at you or none. B word, tell your lying, A daughter. Oh my God. Who is that from? Did you see what this person allegedly said for her daughter, the lady's daughter, to do? Oh my God. Then it says, you text my phone coming crazy as hell, like I'm not willing to do anything over my kiddo. So she's alleging that somebody on the other line, whether it's the grandmother or the daughter or somebody, basically said some real horrible things about that little girl, which is messed up. Nobody should talk like that. But I don't expect much because these are some ghetto people. Anyway, now you doing too much. She said, pull up. The unknown person says, don't worry, we'll be on Hillside. See ya. Then Christy says, what's her name again? I want to make sure I get her name right. Her name is Christy. Yup. Christy said, I'm waiting. Then somebody from his family side says, okay, tell your daughter to do. Oh my God. This person should go to jail. I don't care if this lady made this up or not. This person should go to jail for talking like this. To do something horrible to a brother, and then she laughs and says, okay. And then the person on his side allegedly says, see you in a few. So she basically screenshotted that to show him why she was mad that he told the family. And then she says, his name, F you. I came in the house, call as hell, talking to you. Call, I guess she meant to say calm. Bro, I don't do anything. I will handle them. Now you dead to me, she says. All y'all dead to me. I ain't blame her for the way they talking. They talking crazy. They some real ratchet people. He says, I don't do ish. She says, all y'all can get the F out my face. You wrong for calling your people because I didn't even tell anybody ish. I came to talk to you. Nobody even knew. I came straight to the source. You should have went to New Jersey, put PD. Newark. She in Newark. You should have went to Newark PD. That's where you should have went. They got a big police force. They got a couple thousand officers, and they know exactly what to do in this situation. You should have it's a very difficult police department because they work in a very dangerous and poor city, but they are very capable. They're big. It's like Chicago PD or NYPD. They're like a PD like that. They're a big PD working in a dangerous city, and they know exactly what to do in this situation. You should have called Newark PD. That's what you should have did. But she didn't. Like she said, I came straight to the source. He then says, can you talk to me one-on-one? She says, but since you want everything out on Front Street, cool. He says, shaking my head, why you being like this with me, though? She said, you shouldn't have called nobody. He says, I didn't call her. I called my mother to come get me. Ask Tati. I didn't call Nene. Like, come on, bruh. This ish is getting weird. Incel, Ion, wake. I don't know what he wrote. It is what it is. Ion, wake up for my day to be this way. There's a possibility he may have wrote this. I'm not sure. But, like, the way it's being handled is just terrible all the way around. Let's keep going. You shouldn't have told them my daughter is a liar. I don't believe ish. You say you trying to play both sides. Now you have zero chances of ever speaking to me. That's the thing. Like, these folks so ghetto that it's possible he did write it, but the red flags that I'm getting with how she's dealing with it is just the fact that she's just not an educated and a good parent. She's got like CPS cases already and stuff like that. So I don't know who's telling me the truth without further evidence. I just tell you that both of these people sound crazy the way they talking to each other. That's just the end of that. You know, at the end of it, if I know I didn't write that, I'm calling the police and I'm reporting it myself and say, yo, listen, here's my phone. I'm signing the waivers. Go ahead and do your investigation, because I know if you do your investigation, you're going to see that it's not me who sent it. You're going to get the cell tower data, Wi-Fi data, all that stuff. And you can see that it's not me who sent it. Let's keep going. He said, I never said she was lying about anything. I said I didn't write the ish. She said, speak to your family. Nene just told all on you, and she on her way. I'm waiting. He said, nobody coming over here. I put everybody in their place. Way I need you to do is talk to me like an adult. That's it, since you kicking me out. She said, your sister made ish worse for you by telling me to tell my daughter to perform fellatio. And she did say that, and she need to go to jail for that if that sister said that. She is nasty. She is nasty. Her beef lies with the mother, not with the juvenile. Shame on her. But anyway, let's keep going. I think that's a real conversation. Because she screenshotted and sent it to him, and he ain't say, oh, that's not my sister or my mother. He was like, oh, man, I told them to chill, but let's keep going. He said, bae, I have nothing to do with that. She said, go with your family and leave. He said, can you talk to me, please? I will go after. She said, since y'all think y'all about to do something, I'm going to show y'all. You wanted everybody in it. Now they in it. Oh, boy, she's serving him a shit sandwich today. Big shout out to everybody who's joining us right now. Hit that like button. I had no idea this was going to be like, I didn't read none of this before. I thought we was just going to deal with a show where we were going to give an example of a young juvie that did an amazing job deflecting the chomo. This thing is just going down the rabbit hole, but we're going to go down this rabbit hole, and then we're going to go to bed afterwards. So let's keep going. Since y'all think y'all about to do something, I'm going to show y'all. You want to have everybody in there. You act like I don't got family too. Laugh my ass off. Cool. I see how you trying to make Ish go. Nobody knows Ish but my mother and my cuz. I asked them to come get me. That's it. You did this to yourself, she says. He then says, you really acting like I'm the ops now. I was just effing up last night. You really goofy. Oh, boy. These people are old, too. They talking like they young. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's zoom in right here. See if we can get down here. Said, this look like the sister or something again. She sends another screenshot of the sister. She says, like, be for real, don't know Ish. Mind you, we already read that. It's just very disrespectful. Let's keep going. All right, scroll up. So she sent it again. But you didn't say nothing. F out of here. I never text Nay. She talked to Mom Dukes, not me. I haven't talked to her at all. Now what happens just happens. You treat me like I never existed to you. You did this. Let's keep going. You did this. You should have never called my daughter a liar to your family. Like, who does that? You got it, Lainey. I'm getting all my stuff and I'm getting out your house. Don't trip, Lainey. I'm packing my stuff. I'll be outside your way soon. Been around your kid since she was very young juvie, and you got me down for this Ish. Tell your sister stop texting my phone before she be under the jail where she belong. I experienced this in a case I had. It's been adjudicated. Case is closed now. Person pled guilty. Where there was a forcible touching with family members and extended family and friends at a party. And the lady was touched by a very close relative of her best friend. All she wanted was an apology. That's it. Because they were all so close. He touched her butt. It was a drunk night. She felt disrespected. She felt he disrespected her husband as well. People almost fought, but ended up breaking up. It was really bad. All she wanted was an apology. But the perp's baby mama and her best friend all turned on her, and now they're going crazy. Now, even when I interacted with the perp through the course of the investigation, they almost turned me into a mediator, even though I'm just here to arrest somebody if you're guilty, if I get evidence. And it was like, if he just apologizes, then I'll just drop this. But he wouldn't apologize, and the family members kept threatening the victim. And so she was like, all right, if they want to do me like that, all right, we'll take it to the legal route. And I ended up arresting the dude. He had a really good job. I had to contact his employer because he was dodging me. Once his employer got involved, his employer I can't say that much, but just know that they have dealings with the government and the police department. Once I contact them, it was like, yo, buddy, listen, if you don't go and because if they come here, you done. If you handle this off the job, then we'll wait till things get adjudicated. You might still be able to keep your job. We're definitely not saying we're going to fire you because it's just misdemeanor charges anyway. It wasn't a felony. You just grabbed the butt. Not saying it flippantly like that, but that's how the law looks at it. It's a misdemeanor. But they said, listen, if they come here, because we're going to let them in. If they come here and this happens on the job, you're done. Next day, 2 minutes later, I got a call. Where you want me to meet you? I got an attorney. Boom, boom, boom. Bottom line is, telling you that story, is that the family is what done him in. If his baby mama and his sister never got involved with his case and allowed us to handle this as adults, they could have smoothed this over without him getting arrested. But family did him in. But anyway, let's keep going. It sounds like that's happening in this case too, where the sister is going ham crazy, crashing out for her brother, even though her brother at this time is probably like, shut up, stop. She don't care. She crashing out. People don't know how to manage their emotions. It's a big problem in this society. That's why people get hurt. Anyway, let's keep going. He says, I told her to stop texting you. You said don't talk to you, so I stopped texting you. I wasn't even trying to get on that type of time with nobody for what I don't even do anything to anybody. Just remember, you made ish like this was lying to them. You started all this when you could have just left. Let's keep going. Lying about way. Guess he meant to say what? You called me a peed. The F I look like. You, your mother, and your sister are going to regret today. Bro, I text you about me. Know them. You said F me and get out. So that's what I'm doing. You get what you wanted, so I'm going to just leave. She says, and you about to get what you wanted. And then he says, all I wanted was the family I created, but you pulled this, so I know you don't want to be with me. I've been playing this. YK, I got hella stuff, so I'm just packing my stuff like you asked me to. First of all, if somebody's accusing of this stuff, you grab some change of clothes, you pack a bag, and you leave, and you make arrangements for another time to come get your stuff. Like, he's slowballing his packing, because if somebody says some crap like that about me, I'm putting what I can fit in the book bag, and I'm gone, okay? You can wash drawers. You get 3 pairs of drawers and a T-shirt. You can start washing stuff, and you could go buy a T-shirt. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. Your old lover must came back, Roddy. So now he's saying all this is because she went the old dude. You really lied to your mom and sister, she says. They telling me everything you said. Oh, Lord, this is drama-filled. When is it going to end? We're here forever. You really lied to your mom and sister. She's saying, you really lied to your mom and sister. They telling me everything you said. You really trying to play my daughter, but it's cool. You never loved her anyway. This proves it because what you lied to your family for. I never did anything to nobody. You got people involved in telling me why I did. I didn't lie to anybody or tell anybody anything, she says. I came to you and you chose to cause drama. You not acting like somebody that ain't do nothing. Like, who does all that? Why isn't the cops being called? I don't think she even called the cops. I think she lied. Somebody said, as strategic, people are saying he's a cop. Is he? Oh, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Is he a cop? A ton of people were saying they didn't think she was the one sending those messages. They don't look similar to the other messages from the little girl. Interesting. People are saying that he is 5'0". He's one of the boys. Wow. I don't know, man. He is not a cop. That is a totally different case. That's what Renee says. All right. Well, this guy don't talk like he no cop. I'm not going to tell you that right now. Definitely doesn't talk like a cop. And nah. And if he was a cop, she would be saying that. She would be in here like, oh, you a cop? I'm telling your sergeant. she gonna go straight to the source. She like, I'm telling sergeant. He is definitely not a cop. This is some ghetto, underserved, underprivileged gentleman. Okay, he is not a cop. Let's keep going. Anyway, you read the same ish I did and didn't give me no explanation, no apology, no nothing. You even trying to go off on me when I'm her effing mother. I'm not. No apology. Oh, somebody, yeah, that's not the Detroit one. This is Newark, New Jersey. This is not Detroit. There is a Detroit one where there's a cop. And I saw that one come on my feed and I didn't read it. Somebody send me that because I want to cover that one next. Aki, get on that. We need that Detroit one with the dirty, nasty cop dude. Let's keep going. He said, how I got accused for being a ped? Who the F not gonna feel a way you disrespected me, basically? You read the same ish I did and didn't give me no explanation, no apology, no nothing. You even trying to get off on me when I'm her effing mother. I'm not trying to betraying my kid. What the F kind's mother would I be to call my kid a liar or ignore what the F I saw? Like, you really playing with my motherhood. And that's crazy. And he said, bro, you asked me something and left. Cheating is one thing, but this, shaking my head, because you started doing too much. You can't even talk to me like I'm your man. You left with the people you really cares about. And now you calling people? I guess today you just woke up on some said you was done with me. She said, so F you. He said, okay. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting tired of this. This is like so drama filled. It's like eternity. Like, I'm scared to click out because then I'll lose my place where I'm at. How long we been doing this for? We've been doing this for almost an hour. This is crazy. All right, a few more and then we'll call it a day. I should be seeing no ish like that in my daughter's phone. He said, you wanted me out your life. You got me out your life. She said, okay. He says, this ish really hurts. I don't know. You don't care. I'll be out, shorty. I don't have enough bags. She said, you don't give a F. So just leave like you said you was. F you and your family. Because when your son was gone and they said F you, that you was never a father anyway, I stood up for you and supported you. And this is how you want to do me? Cool. What the hell? This sounds like they trying to get back together. I should have never even asked you anything. I should have just disrespected you from the jump. He says, you kicking me out and accusing me of ish and the F I'm supposed to do. I have no choice but to hit up my family. I have nobody. Disrespect me for what I'm going to do ish. This sounds crazy, man. Like, I feel like I'm reading a novella. He says, you kicking me out and accusing me of ish. What the F I'm supposed to do? I have no choice but to hit my family up. You disrespect me I own some ish. You just needed a reason to leave me alone, and that's cool. I need to get like the violin. You got ish figured out, so you again. I'm not mad. You just showed me I overstayed my welcome, and that's you been over me. This was just the right time for you to do it. Really had me thinking you was at work whole time. You was out with them booty bees. Why would I stay at work after reading that? I can't believe this ish really happening to me all the time. I put in this relationship. It's crazy you acting like you don't have daughters yourself, but it's cool. That's what she said. He says, it's crazy you even think I would say some ish like that to her, knowing I have my own daughters. This is effed up. How many kids does this dude have? Apparently, I think his son may have passed away or something like that, which is sad. So my condolences. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, I think I lost my spot. Hold on here. Oh, boy. All right, let's keep going. We were deep in this. Anybody over here play anybody place? Let's keep going. We lost our spot. There we go. We're back in business now. Let's go. Oh. We keep doing that for. Maybe that's the last one. Okay. I never went lying about anything. I didn't write that ish. Did we go too far? Since I think y'all about to do something, I'm going to show y'all. You want everybody in now. No, I think we read all of this already. You kicking me out, accusing me of stuff. Yup. It's crazy you acting like you don't have daughters of your own. It's crazy you think blah, blah, blah. This ish is effed up. They relationships, so I hope you ready to not see me or my kids anymore. This is what he's saying. You ain't just kicked me out. You kicked out me. To I'll never forgive you for this ish. You just effed up everything. So she said, so who said it? Question mark. Nobody saying who said it, but everybody mad at me for questioning. You asking me like everybody in this house don't have my passcode. And the only number up there is yours. So why the F you standing around crying and calling your family? He said, because do you realize what you asking people? And then she says, I didn't call none of your family. I didn't even call mine. He said, I called those biatches FYM. I don't know what FYM stands for. Somebody put that in the chat. I'm old. I'm 40 going on 60. Let me know what FYM means. I'm not hip to this stuff. She said, you called everybody. He said, I don't call nobody. You called my effers before I did. She said, I didn't tell them ish. You just did, acting the way you did. Then he says, Tati, old girl on Taylor. I don't even do ish. And she said, and nobody did or said ish to you. I came to talk to you, she said. He says, oh, wild out on nothing. I told my mom to come get me. You wanted me out your house. She says, that's not what you told your mom. And he said, this is not the first time you kicked me out, but I know for sure you were serious this time. So I called my mom and I told her I can't stay here anymore. Or no more, he said. I have no way to get all my stuff out your house. Nobody coming here because I told everybody they just asking, making ish worse. She said, you really act like this not about my kid. Like I'm not mother, like was I not, oh my gosh. Whew. Like I'm not supposed to question you. What if I just went crazy and told everybody and called the cops off rip? She ain't called the cops yet, so she lied before. Then I would be wrong, right? He said, YK on have nobody. I don't know what YK mean, but whatever. FYM means F you mean. Okay. It means the F word and you mean. Okay. What YK means? What does YK mean? Somebody define that for me too. This is crazy. This is a novella, man. This is like a Newark, New Jersey novella. No Spanish people involved in this one. This is a novella. Okay. She said, I give you grace and you spit in my face. You lie on me to your family. You knew you didn't have nobody. Now you about to really see what it feels like to have nobody since you want to call my child a liar. He says, I didn't say you did anything, but excuse me if being a peed, like nobody had me down for that ish, not even myself. I get too much vajayjay for that. Okay. I didn't call you no peed, first of all. Well, what else would he be if those messages is in your daughter's phone? You didn't have to call him it. If you're accusing him of writing those messages, that is exactly what he is. But let's keep going. I asked you what the F is this about. Let's keep going. And then he responds and says, Nene called your child a liar, so stop putting words in my mouth. I don't do ish to Lalani. You did the weird ish and involved everybody, so deal with it. He says, so you calling me a peed? So say less, you done up. I'll never talk to you ever again. On my son, I won't ever talk to you again. She said, I never called you that. What the F? You can't read? Bye, Lil. I'm dead to you. Then he says, really accusing me of talking to a child I be talking care of since she was 5. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard for me to read this. You know? My brain want to fill in the gaps and put in the words that should be there. Let's keep going. You need to leave. You can't be here when she gets out. He said, what the F did I do? It's not me. I'm going to call my mom. He said, so I think we start from the beginning. We done. Oh, we finished. It started all over again. Oh, we read it through. That was long. That was torturous. Oh. YouTube Decides says she posted this stuff. I was like, yeah, apparently she posted this stuff, man. Let's see what else I got for you guys before we call it a day. Wow. Wow. She posted that stuff, man. That's crazy stuff. Let's keep going. I'm over here on another page seeing if I got everything. Yeah, I kind of got everything. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I don't know. You guys be the judge. What do you guys think? You guys think that she's telling the truth? You guys think she's lying? Let's do a quick poll before we call it a day. I want to see what you guys feel before we get this one going. All right, let's see. Let's start this poll up. I want to get you guys' opinion. I'm on the fence. I don't know if he wrote it or not. I think it's possible he could have written those text messages. I just got thrown off because I feel like she's just, it's just, basically it's like, okay, the way that she's confronting him, the way that he's responding to it, it's just, I'm on the fence. I need more information. If I'm running this case, I definitely put that little girl in a forensic interview. I would also request that the mother and the boyfriend sign a waiver, and I get a subpoena, a search warrant rather, for the cell phones. I definitely would not make this arrest right away. I would definitely take my time with this investigation. I want to get some cell phone subpoenas and some search warrants on the phone to find out, where the phone was when these messages being sent. I'd like to, there's a lot of work I want to do. I want to do a forensic interview with the daughter to see if he's ever done anything before, to get her take on this, to even see if she was the one that actually had the phone and received it. There's so much that I'd want to do on this case. It's crazy. Big shout out to Fawny Daphna. I think that's how you say it. Dimphna. Man, listen, I tried. $5 super chat says, send them my support for fighting the good fight. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I tried to say your name correctly, Fawny. Apologize for that, but thank you so much for your support. This is definitely not something that I would make an arrest on right away. I would need to do a thorough investigation to definitely get to the bottom of this. We do that all the time, every time. But I'm just saying, like, in my mind, I would definitely be like, I got to get to the bottom of this one. Absolutely, I have to get to the bottom of this one because it's 50-50 for me. It's 50-50. And then, the way the mother's acting, she's not going to the cops. I don't think she ever went to the cops. There's no evidence that she went to the cops on this one, guys. There's no evidence. If she did, and she reaches out to me, she says, yo, you got it wrong, strategic. I did go to the cops. I'll most likely make a correction video and say, hey, listen, she went to the cops. Right now there's an active investigation, or there was an arrest made. This is an update on the case. The arrest was made, etc. If she sees this video and she wants to reach out and give me additional information that shows that she absolutely did not write these messages and that he's the one who wrote it or whatever, I will definitely accept that information and come on and say, hey, listen, it looks like she absolutely did not write this 100%. But so far, I'm on the fence, 50-50. I have no idea who actually wrote this. Anyway, guys, you guys are amazing. I got to take a shower. I got to get in bed. I'll see you guys on the next one. Really appreciate all the support that I get from you beautiful people. Remember, consider joining the Patreon. We have a Patreon where we put exclusive videos that we can't put on YouTube because YouTube moderates all of our videos. Even if I upload a video and make it unlisted, meaning none of you folks can see the video, the YouTube bot still scans that video and can still punish me if the video's too violent or whatever. That doesn't happen on Patreon. I have Patreon. I could do whatever I want in that space. It's like a true free speech haven. We also have a membership here where we put exclusive content just for the members. And I got to tell you guys, for all those people who are following the Madeline Soto case before we go, Plunder has dropped even more unredacted videos of interviews of Stephen Stearns and Jen Soto. We have a lot to go through. I do not want my channel to only be about Madeline Soto. Giving a voice to her is so important to me, but also being fair and giving a voice to other children is important as well. So we will be interspersing other shows in between Madeline Soto like we're doing right now, but you best believe this month is going to be March Maddie Madness. All right, we're renaming this, not March Madness for college basketball. This is March Maddie Madness, and I better not hear anybody else on YouTube saying that because people be stealing my stuff. I don't care. I'm just joking. It doesn't matter. we all a community. We're all just looking to give a voice to the voiceless, so it's all good. But this is March Maddie Madness, guys, for this month, the month of March. There's so much material for us to go through. For us to re-go through, we're going to be dropping multiple shows a week dissecting these videos because these videos are so long, we have to do them in multiple parts. For the last video that we've been doing on Jen Soto, we're going to need 2 more videos to finish that interview. After that, we have another interview that she dropped for Jen Soto, the 227 video. We got to go through that, and that's going to be multi-parts right there, between 2 to 4 parts in order to finish that off. After that, we then have the Stephen Stearns interview, the one that he did inside of the interrogation room where he lawyered up, and the cops were like, I don't know, when he asked for an attorney, the Scooby-Doo, the legendary Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Guess what? That's going to be 4 parts because that's a 2.5-hour interview that he did when you remove the silence. Because remember, he was in there for like 4 hours. When you remove all of that, it's still a 2.5-hour interview. So we're going to be covering a lot of Maddie. So make sure that all your notifications are set for all. But in between that, we will be covering these other children because their voices need to be heard too. I will not be releasing 2 and 3 Maddie videos without having other videos in between them. So make sure that you're catching all these videos. Every time you listen to a Maddie video and you're saying, wow, we're getting updates on this case, I want you to feel guilty. Not guilty to watch my show, any show. I want you to feel guilty that you've got to listen to these other children, these other people who are being victimized. You don't have to just watch it on my show. I'm not going to be selfish like that. Go and listen to other people who have been victimized so that we could get the voice out for those people as well. Not just the famous cases, the cases that are hot right now, the cases that are trending. It should not be about that. It's about getting these stories out there, being a voice for the voiceless, and making sure that these people are heard so that they can get justice as well, okay? So do me a favor and do that. If you're going to watch it on my channel, I'm grateful and I appreciate you. Watch those other voices on my channel. If not, go watch them somewhere else, but watch them, period. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. We set up that outro. Strategic is out of here. Peace.